So back in 2023, you guys may remember we had a little situation over the summertime. 2 films came out that were huge at the time, and it turned into something that you may recognize called Barbenheimer. Remember that? It was Barbie and Oppenheimer came out. Same time, same day, same week. And crushed it. Crushed it. I mean, saw returns that we'd never seen before. Well, the stars are aligning once again, but this time the Avengers are assembling. And also the, what do they call them in Dune? Give me something.
Like the Sand People?
The Sand People. Well, no, that's Star Wars.
I think it is also the Sand
The
People.
Freemen.
The Freemen are coming on the same day as the Avengers to the box
Fremen.
office. That's right. You heard me correctly.
I said this earlier.
Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday are opening on the same day, December 18th,
Sweet.
2027.
6.
6. This is what a lot of analysts are calling a convergence and a perfect storm, much like Barbenheimer. They are saying it could be the biggest box office in history.
Nah. People don't go to the movies anymore. However, I
Okay.
mean, it is going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go.
I mean, I know the answer to this question. If you had your choice.
Oh, Dune all day.
That's what I thought.
So we'll all go, and you all will go see Doomsday, and I'll go see Dune. And I am totally fine with that.
Oh, man. Well, again, here is the thing. I don't think anyone cares anymore about splitting a box office. That used to be a big deal, splitting the box office, because that would essentially...
Well, it's not the same genre.
No, well, I mean, you have a very intense fandom of Dune as much as you do Avengers.
Dune is sci-fi. 100%. Dune is literally one of the greatest sci-fi
What is
novels that's
Avengers
ever
Doomsday?
been written. It's not sci-fi. It's
Yeah,
like
it is.
an action
What is it? It's an act.
comic book movie.
That's what sci-fi literally is.
No,
I mean,
that's not what
kind-
sci-fi is.
What is Superman?
Not sci-fi.
He's an alien.
Oh
He
my!
fights in
Oh my
space.
God! I'm gonna need someone on the internet to explain what science fiction is to these two people, because it is not Marvel movies.
Marvel, there's space.
No,
It's a
that's
trap!
not what science fiction is. Science fiction is using scientific reality to project a future world. That's not what Marvel is. Marvel is these comic book superheroes.
What the hell is Dune?
That's what Dune is. It's like, okay, well, I understand you have not read the books. However,
Have you read the fucking books?
yes.
Okay. I'm just asking. Damn.
Like, no, Dune is about like this time in the future where AI and computers have destroyed the world, and now they are outlawed, and they create an entire universe and system, and there's all these politics and all that. It has a comment on science and reality. That's not what
I'm really having
Marvel
trouble
movies are.
seeing a difference.
Okay, well, let me look up the definition of science fiction for you all, because I need somebody to back me up here.
I would
Because
love somebody to back anybody up in this.
Batman is not sci-fi.
What about like
I mean,
Ready
Batman
Player
is
One?
different.
What about Ready Player One? Let's say that.
That's a sci-fi film.
Science fiction is a genre of fiction that explores the impact of imagined or real science on individuals.
You
or
just
society.
graze over imagined? I mean, you just going to graze over it like that wasn't in the definition? That's cute. I like that. Go ahead.
No.
It says imagined science.
Oh my
That's
God.
what a fucking
Oh my
comic
God.
book is imagined science.
My brain is going to explode if you think that anything that has to do with a comic book has to do with science fiction. It is not the same genre. I'm not knocking comic book movies. It's not the same thing. Science fiction
So
it can be real. Because it's a
So if I
comment
look
on
up-
real
okay.
science
Let's
and where
do an
it can
experiment.
lead
I
us.
looked up if is Marvel
Let's do an
sci-fi.
experiment.
I looked up if Marvel is Marvel sci-fi.
Hold up. Hold up. We're going to do an
Well,
experiment.
I know that Google AI is like the total like end all be all of culture and all, but
We're going to do a little experiment here. And I am going to go to IMDb.
no, it's called science. They say more accurately science fantasy. That's something different.
And I am going to type in Avengers, just the first Avengers.
I love this Reddit that goes, at what point should we stop using the term science fiction to describe superhero movies? Thank you.
So let me see here. The tags on it are action epic, alien invasion, sci-fi epic, superhero, action, and sci-fi.
You're never in a million fucking years. That is such an insult to science fiction.
Let's see.
Now look up Dune. Now look up Dune.
Okay.
See what
It's
it says.
sci-fi. You don't understand who Frank Herbert is. I want you guys to read some fucking Frank Herbert. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm using the F word. I'm getting excited. But if you think
Guess
that
what? Here,
Marvel is
listen to this.
sci-fi,
Guess what Dune 3 tags has on it? Action epic.
I love that you guys
Adventure
think that some
epic.
stupid Google
Sci-fi
like I'm
epic.
talking about
This is
cultural
IMDb.
reality.
This is not
I'm
some
talking
Google
about
shit.
I'm sorry, but when did Marvel write a science fiction novel that changed the course of history? Frank Herbert did that.
You think Dune?
Okay,
It
listen,
changed
Internet.
the course of
These two
history?
people here do not even know who Frank Herbert is. So when I'm
You
talking
don't know
about
who
Frank
Stan
Herbert
Lee is. So what the hell?
Yes, I do. Who's the creator of Marvel?
I
Okay.
know
No.
So-
who Frank Herbert is. He's the creator of Dune.
No. He's not the creator of Dune. He's the author of the novels. That's something completely different. Oh my god.
Did he write the novel, Elena?
Yeah.
So what does that make him? The creator.
Oh my god. I'm sorry that you guys haven't read books in your life, but unless they have pictures on them.
Are you leaving? Are you mad and
situated.
leaving? You pulling a Christian?
I mean, well, unfortunately, I'm not the one who's wrong here.
We're not wrong.
I don't know who's right or wrong. I'm not. I'm just wondering when
It's gonna be the best
suddenly
clip we've had.
a Batman movie. Okay, that is a gray area. I will give you that. That
Just
is
because we should bring Neil deGrasse Tyson into this argument, okay?
Let's say
Yeah,
that.
let me page him real
Just
quick.
because they use time travel as a Deus Ex Machina in their movies does not mean it's a science fiction movie.
I have something.
That's not.
I've-
the
they
only
don't
reason.
even know what that means, by the way.
I have
There's
something.
There's spaceships. There's other planets.
I have
there's
something to
planetary
say.
Just
travel,
because you use
there's technology.
spaceships
There's
doesn't
science.
mean
I don't know what you're
it's
talking about.
fiction.
What about
Oh my God.
let's say Interstellar.
That is science fiction. Can I explain to you why?
Oh my God.
Because it's using real science to project a future
Real
reality.
science? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry,
Inner
I didn't know
space?
that the Infinity Gauntlet was not.
Well, I
real
didn't know that being
science.
able to shrink down to a fucking atom and go into somebody's body was possible. That's incredible. When did that happen?
Are you referring to Ant-Man? You're making my point for
No,
you.
inner space. They go inside his body, right?
In Interstellar?
Yeah.
That actually,
the McConaughey. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of another movie.
I was like, that's
I was
Ant-Man. What are you
thinking of.
talking about?
I went to Inner Space with Dennis Quaid from the '80s,
Oh,
where he goes into the
Great movie.
body with Martin Short, which is also a science fiction movie. I mean, look,
this is the
here's
best
thing.
argument we've had in a long time.
Here's the thing. I think there could be a gray area
put me on the internet. I'll stand by this all day long.
because I think that Kush is right. I think it does depend on the hero that we're talking about. For example, I don't know
It's
that I would.
about this-
Would you be quiet for a minute?
What about, let's say, Captain Marvel?
Honey,
The
Or
just
Captain
Guardians of the
Marvel
Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay,
Is that not
can
sci-fi?
Captain Marvel scientifically exist?
We don't know.
What about the Guardians?
The same way we don't know if the Dune
Can
shit
any
can
of them
exist.
scientifically
The
exist?
same way that we don't know if the Dune shit can exist.
Actually, obviously you haven't read the books. Because there is nothing computerized or supernatural about it in any way.
They don't fly space. They don't fly spaceships and fucking fighter shit.
Have
and all
you
this
even
other
watched
shit.
the movies?
Yeah,
they're
I went to
mechanical.
one of the fucking movies.
Computers are not allowed in that empire.
So what does that have to do with anything?
Meaning it's all human based. It's all like anything that happens in Dune could happen. Like it's based on scientific reality, and that scientific reality is turned into a fiction that makes a comment on our society. That's what science fiction does. That's what The Matrix did. It takes reality, scientific reality, and it projects it into a future that makes a comment on our current state. Name me a Marvel movie that does that. Okay?
All of them.
Oh my God. I love you guys. It's cute.
Now, I have a few in the
I'm
science.
sorry, I don't know. I
If
don't
we say
understand how Guardians of the Galaxy is
Oh
not
my
a
God.
sci-fi
We are
movie.
we're comparing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
I'm not
I have some
comparing
stuff
shit.
here.
I asked how is it not a sci-fi movie?
Tell me
Explain
what
this.
scientific reality it is projecting as a metaphor for our cultural realities.
That is the biggest.
Okay, let's say this.
Horse shit. That is the biggest bunch of horse shit I've ever heard.
Let's
in my
start
life.
off.
I literally read the definition
Let's start off with
Google.
Iron Man. Let's say this. Iron Man.
I
Iron
love you
Man has
guys.
a
All I
miniature.
can glean from this conversation is you need to broaden your cultural horizon
We're not going to win this, Sam.
and read some sci-fi.
Iron Man-
we'll have
You want me to
discuss this
recommend
personally.
some real science, some Octavia Butler to you, some real science fiction?
The arc reactor. Let's say that the arc reactor.
No.
How can that could fall into science fiction? That
It
is
was at
science.
this
And what
moment he
comment
knew.
does that make on the
He
human
fucked up.
condition? Do you?
It's a way to provide power to the
But
human
what
condition.
comment does that make on our society and our politics and what our meaning as a human being is? It makes no comment on that. It's not science fiction. Sorry.
Now I have.
I get very passionate about this because science fiction
Let's
is my
say
favorite
this.
genre.
I can name some.
I love science. I mean, again, I don't. It's not an attack against science fiction. It's asking where films fit.
And I'm saying Marvel is not. That's why they're doing this. Because Hollywood agrees with me. Because if Hollywood thought Dune and Avengers Doomsday were the same genre, they wouldn't be releasing them on the same day.
Let me ask you something. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
If I put up a poll and asked
Do
if-
it. Go ahead.
If I put up a poll and asked what genre of film Avengers Doomsday was going to be, what do you think would be the unanimous response?
Well, it's going to depend. Okay, first of all, we all know polls are bullshit based on how you phrase them. But number one,
That would be how I phrase it.
if you put it, what are the options? Action.
Probably I would put action, drama, sci-fi, thriller, horror. I mean, I wouldn't try to fucking pull the wool
Now-
over people.
now let's
if
say
that's
I
what
would
you're
put
referring
action.
to.
That's what I would
What
put.
is the science fiction aspect of Star Wars then?
Well,
A great
Star Wars
question.
took like a projected future of our space exploration, like spaceships and
Guardians of the
starships
Galaxy did that. Because
and then it made a comment on our times with the politics of the empire taking over and all of that. It's not just
That
you have- no. You have to understand. It's not just that there is science in a movie. That's not what science fiction is.
let's also
Science fiction takes the science and projects the dangers of what it can become.
What
like
about
The Matrix.
What about
Anyways.
Terminator 2?
Terminator 2 is a sci-fi movie because it takes the dangers of what science can become and projects it as a comment on our society. That is what Terminator is. It is a sci-fi movie.
Have you ever
Now-
have you ever read a story with Dr. Doom?
Enough that I know who he is vaguely.
How about this?
No.
I got one.
I
You-
I
you'll
am
know-
already on something
Okay.
here. And she knows it, and that's why she's laughing. Tell me something about Dr. Doom.
I mean, I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know enough to
meaning
tell
you have not. You know who he is as a character.
That's what I
you could
said.
point him out of a lineup,
Right.
but you have no idea what the backstory of this character is, correct?
And can Doctor Doom scientifically exist in reality?
Yes.
So he has no supernatural
Yes.
abilities.
Yes, but he is also the ruler of his own sovereign country, which is something that you just said directly attributes to a sci-fi film.
No. That's not what I said.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I said that it projects as a comment on our human condition.
And that wouldn't.
how
That wouldn't
does
if
that-
Doctor Doom is ruler over his own sovereign land, meaning
I
he
don't
can't
think
be
you're
arrested.
understanding what I'm saying. Like, it's a comment on what humanity means and what technology means and the dangers of it. Historically,
That is
sci-fi
what
is a
Doctor
comment on
Doom
the
is.
Dangers of
That is
technology.
pretty much every villain in a comic book movie.
Like War of the Worlds or The Matrix.
Let's say this: Masters of the Universe.
No. None of that can scientifically happen. Those are fictional characters.
I would go into fantasy on that.
Yes, fantasy.
I would go into
I
fantasy
think
on that.
that's the category you need to put Marvel in more.
Again,
is
no.
fantasy
Mm-mm,
action.
No, I don't think so. I think it's subjective.
I hate to tell you this,
depending on the
but
hero.
those characters are
There
not
is
real.
no definition.
I have a perfect one here. Fallout.
That's a video game movie, right?
It's a show, but it's also something that could scientifically happen.
That I don't know that much about Fallout, but I actually do think that is kind of it's like a post-apocalyptic,
Yes.
right? Like the end of the world or whatever, maybe. But it's a comment on what can happen with our technologies. That's very, very different than Spider-Man. Okay? Sorry.
I
I would
mentioned.
love to hear what the internet has.
I mentioned that it is subjective.
Is, like I said, this is gonna be our best episode. We have said so much more than we normally do.
I'm just saying.
Let us know
I'm not
your
trying to knock Marvel. I'm just saying it's not sci-fi.
Let us know your comments down in the Jesus Christ. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section. Make sure you like the video. Show Kush some love if you agree with
I
her.
don't like to be wrong.
And she doesn't either. Let us know what you think in the comments. Ring the bell. We'll see you in the next one.